What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to check out the Gladiator Maximus 1/3 statue by Premium Collectible Studio, PCS. Priced at $13.50. Immediately, I do think that is overpriced. So 200 ES, which is nice and low. As of the filming, this is not up for pre-order, but when I air this, it will be up for pre-order. So 26 inches tall. Oh, Jupiter. All right, there we go. There's these little buttons down here if you accidentally press them. All right, so the Platinum exclusive includes a swap-out head featuring helmet, wears in the arena, his shield from the dramatic battle with Tigress. Platinum exclusive also includes yada, yada, yada. It says, features a real metal chainmail, adding an extra level of realism. Painstaking sculpture textures. Traditional Roman sword, so it's not a real metal sword though. All right, let's look at these photos. So there's the helmet look. For some reason, I kind of prefer this unmasked. I don't know, when you have the helmet on, for some reason I just like don't think of Maximus as much, if you know what I mean. So the dimensions are easy to display, 14 wide, 11 deep. Like, this is a easy to display statue, which is nice. Let's see, but where's the shield? I want to see what okay, there's the shield swap out. I want to see the full statue of that. I mean, I think the likeness is there, but here's my problem as well. When I look at this statue, it screams Sideshow premium format. Like, this statue is not even up for pre-order, and to me, I still think it looks outdated. For a 1/3 scale statue, like, when you look at the competitors, you got Prime 1 with Blitzway, where they have, I mean, like, look at the Arnold Schwarzenegger T800. I mean, it's more pricey than this, but it also includes more swap outs and a far superior base. But when I compare that to this, the detail is just like, you know, they're charging $13.50. It's a low ES, which is nice, but also that Arnold ES isn't super big either. They're not doing a real metal sword. The base is very simple, a Coliseum with real sand, and real sand is going to pose a problem because anytime you go to dust it, you can't use a blower. You're going to have to use a little brush, and you can't get, you know, that blower near it. Otherwise, you'll blow sand everywhere. But, like, those eyes don't look super detailed. That, to me, looks like a PF by Sideshow. Why the frick is it not? All right. I mean, it's okay, but it's just not like super impressive. Like, what impresses me is like the recent Blitzway Neo statue. That is freaking cool. This looks like something Sideshow would release that would cost $480. I mean, it looks decent. It's not like it's horrible. I just think it's outdated. You know, now for me, I'm not the biggest fan of this actor. Like, my problem is every time he speaks on camera, I can't understand him. I really can't. I have to use subtitles anytime I watch any movie with him in it. Plus, he was terrible as Zeus. Like, oh my gosh. Super fat. And I mean, this is definitely his best movie. It's a good movie only because of the action. Not because of him. The story is good, but the action is why I love this movie. You know, but yeah, it's definitely not super impressive. Like, it's okay. I mean, if you want a Gladiator statue, like, let's say this is your favorite movie and you're a huge fan of the actor, then I would get it. If you collect movie 1/3 scale statues and you want a representation of Gladiator, get it. I would say those are the two scenarios to get it. I don't think this is a good one-off piece. And in terms of what would go good with this, I mean, frankly, I would say other movies of that era like this, Achilles, Troy, Brad Pitt, Leonidas, Gerard Butler. You know, like you got those two with this, that would look cool. You know, like all like similar type of movies in a way, you know. So yeah, I mean, this to me is just okay. I definitely have no desire to purchase this. I think it's overpriced. $13.50. I mean, this isn't even as good as like a Prime 1 Suicide Squad statue, which retailed at $900 with 4 heads. You know, I know that was several years ago, but this isn't even as good as those, in my opinion. So definitely not worth the money. I think they should have charged $800 for this. Now, maybe if the economy was better, they could have charged $800 or $850 or $900. Even $900 would be acceptable, but $13.50, you know, like they charge $13.50 for like Ghostface. Now, I know obviously, you know, Maximus's body's a lot more detailed, but that base is so much cooler. Leatherface as well, very detailed, mixed media. The face is great. Also $13.50. Seems like that's kind of the PCS norm right now, is $13.50 for their average 1/3. The more elaborate ones, like Pumpkinhead and Howling, are close to $3,000, which is more expensive than an ECC, a Prime 1, and J&D. Which to me is just like, really? I mean, when people think of PCS, they don't think of it as a top tier studio. Top tier, Prime 1, ECC, you know, Queen Studios. PCS is a B tier for me. They're a B tier. They do have some killer statues. Don't get me wrong. They do have some A-listers like Blade, Goro. They definitely have a lot of A-lister statues, but they're not an A-lister company. So they can't be charging these prices. You know, Blade was actually, like, I paid less than $13.50 for Blade. What did I even pay for him? I think he was like $1,300 shipped, if I remember correctly. And he is 1,000 times cooler than this, in my opinion. His body's more detailed. The base is 1,000,000,000 times cooler. It's action posed and more swap outs. So yeah, I definitely would not recommend buying this, in my opinion. I think this will go on sale on Sideshow's website. And you could probably pick this up for $900 in the aftermarket. So definitely not my cup of tea. Now, if they do a Troy Achilles and they know the likeness and it has like a pretty cool concept, I will definitely get that, just because that was my favorite movie growing up. I'm a huge fan of that movie. I think it's way better than Gladiator. So that is one piece. I mean, ideally, I would prefer like Prime 1 Blitzway to do it, or Queen Studios, but you know, PCS is the more likely of the companies to make that, because Prime 1 just doesn't really go back and do normal older movies. They only do superhero older movies. You know, if Troy released today, then sure, they'd probably make it. But it's rare they go back and do older movies. Neo is kind of an exception. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do any of you plan on picking this up? Am I being a little too harsh? I've spoken to a few different people, and they kind of agree with me. Like, yeah, it's okay. It kind of looks like a Sideshow PF. The pose is boring. The base is, I mean, the Coliseum is cool, but it also just looks very simple. The costume isn't super cool looking. There's just not a lot going on that looks cool on this piece. You know what I mean? Just not a cool looking statue. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.